Hey folks, it's Matt once again, and you may be wondering, well, wait a minute, Matt, I thought you were continuing the Jean-Claude Van Damme movie reviews. What are you doing? Well, I am going to continue those, but few people were asking me about this fan film that came out on May 28th to check it out. It's a 31 minute fan film, and if you're a fan of 80s movies like I am, it's the best fucking fan film of all time. That's a bold statement, but that's a statement that is easy to reach once you see it. I would say before watching this review, watch it. Link will be down below. They released it for free on YouTube. Before I get into spoilers, let me say this. If you're a fan of 80s movies, if you're a fan of a fan film looking like it's from a VHS tape, if you're a fan of a film that has a soundtrack that's an 80s synthesizer type of music, which I'm glad that's making a comeback, which is great. If you're a fan of over-the-top gore, if you're a fan of David Hasselhoff, who has a pretty good song at the end credits called True Survivor, which is a totally 80s song, which really enjoyed. If you're a fan of a film that has raptors that shoot lasers out of their eyes, an arcade machine that comes alive and gives people the middle finger and blows people's heads up, a triceratop, as in a cop who has a triceratops head with pretty good effects, shooting Nazis in the balls, more like in the dick, the power glove helping someone go back in time, bait action scene, which is similar to a 2D side-scrolling fighting game a la Mortal Kombat, including ripping the spine out of someone. And that's kind of the tip of the iceberg. You also have a T-Rex. You have a big, humongous guy named Thor. Not Chris Hemsworth Thor, but a big muscle guy named Thor. You have women with big machine guns and Uzis. You have 80s tone and batshit insanity, craziness of epic proportion. You should definitely watch this. So before you watch any more of this, just watch it. Watch it. Watch it. Watch it. What the fuck are you on here for? Watch it. Watch it. Watch it. Go down below and you click on watch it. You watch it 30 minutes, and then if you give a shit, come back to the review. Have you watched it yet? Have you watched it yet? God damn it. Watch the fucking movie. Watch the fucking film. Okay. Now that you've watched it now, right? You have went down and watched it. Not by my feet, not by my balls, not by my dick, in the info box. And also there's a music video that David Hasselhoff did, which will be in... Watch the movie first, then watch the music video, then go back and watch this review. Watch it. Just watch it. Watch the whole 30 minutes, then come back. Now that you've watched it, I've said it like 20 times now, if someone bashes this movie and takes it seriously, then man, I don't know what... I almost want to say get the stick out of your ass, but that's mean. If you don't like it, you don't like it. But it's pure fun. And the fact this was a fan film, and this had so much energy, imagination, batshit insanity, that makes Hollywood cry over themselves. And they get a tissue, but when they get a tissue, they realize that you've jerked off in it. Because that's what Hollywood's doing, is jerking off, and should jerk off to movies like this, which was done as a fan film, which has more imagination, entertainment value. I almost want to say this is the best film I've seen all year so far. I would say that, and it's a 30-minute fan film. It's a 30-minute fan film and is the best film of the year. Just so much stuff worked. Just the guy having that deep voice. The hell, this guy does a better job than fucking Christian Bale. And this is meant for fun, over the top fun. Don't take it seriously type. Take place in the mid-80s of Miami. People in an old school arcade, an arcade machine coming alive, giving people the finger, and then shooting stuff that makes people's heads blow up. And then the idea that it runs low on power, so he gets a coin, puts it in to recharge. The idea where it's the Kung Fury is fighting this machine, and it's like a VHS movie, so it has some cool parts. Then because of the, like you see in an old-fashioned VHS tape, it screws up. It's like, oh man, what's good stuff? But of course, it's stuff that they couldn't shoot because this is not a multi-million-dollar film. It's still, I think they were able to raise $500,000-$600,000 at most. And it's absolutely fun. Absolutely fun. Even when Kung Fury gets the phone and someone tells him, and just the fact he just crushes the phone. And the fact that the guy plays it dead straight makes it even more funny. The soundtrack, like I said, the 80s synthesizer soundtrack. Which, like I said, I'm glad it's going to come back. I heard music and Cold in July and Drive Ryan Gosling. Drive Ryan Gosling, that's a film that was the first time I saw it, like, I'm not sure. And I fell in love with that film with repeated viewings. Drive Ryan Gosling, I love. I did a review for it where I talked about that I loved it. It's a short review. One day I probably will do a longer review of Drive. Because I love these movies making a comeback. I mean, this is meant for absolute fun, insanity. I mean, there's a point where Kung Fury gets killed, but then he has a dream that they did it as an 80s cartoon. Like animation from an 80s cartoon. You see a car that looks like straight out of a old school video game commercial, or just crazy shit, and even a fucking unicorn pops up, and this cobra, again animated, says you're dead. And the cop is so badass, he's pissed off. He's like, you're obstructing a police officer, and he tries, even though the guy's told him you're in heaven, you're dead. The guy's like, oh yeah, and he doesn't even give a shit. He said, no, I'm a police officer, you're obstructing justice, tries to kick the snake. And he's so badass, he says, fuck you, and then goes back to being alive. You have an ending where hundreds of Nazis are being killed because a Thor that's an absolute giant, two women who have either an Uzi or an old painless type of weapon, a T-Rex, a hacker who becomes a fucking robot, and a Triceratop who is shooting Nazis in the dick. It's just one of those things that just, the more it goes on, you go, wow, they did that, they did that, they did that. Jesus Christ. It's one of those movies that just goes insane. And the gore, I mean, you have a person cut in half this way, not this way, this way. Like this, and this falls off, and when the bat falls off, like the tongue falls with it. Like for a low-budget fan film, special effects were fun to watch. And even some of the other effects, like there's a portal that I swear looked like, not CGI, but actual animation. Even when a portal comes up, it looks like animation that they would have done in the 80s that would have looked like a portal. And the martial arts is over the top. The guy who's the lead, he did a good job. It's been for fun. Who even does some splits. I mean, he does the splits and punches Hitler in the balls, who flies up in the air and goes down, and he has his buddy, which is a golden eagle type of metallic, that tries to protect his ass. You have about 5 minutes in, you have an intro that looks straight out of an 80s TV show with the titles, how people are thrusted in there and their poses. Like straight out of a 70s, 80s TV show. There's so much stuff packed in this that's just really creative. It plays with the cliches. Fuck, I'm so excited I can't even speak right. The cliches, the captain saying, you did this and you need to be with a new partner. And the cop going, oh, I quit and I can't trust you because my old partner died. So it goes with those cliches in a fun manner. Just everything. Just, someone carrying around and it's one of those big brick house looking phones. It's just one of those things that's just so creative. Even introduces character like Hacker Man, and when he comes, he sort of poses as Hacker Man, and the cop needs to go back in time because Hitler is in the present, and in order to go back in time, the Hacker Man uses a power glove and special effects that looks like it would have been out of a old school movie. It really does. And it's one of those things that sounds absolutely stupid, but they went. You think of this as Spinal Tap going up to 11. They went up to 12, and I think that's what makes it work. Is for the most part they're taking it deadly serious because that's funnier. And when you play this crazy shit straight, and just the way the computers look straight out of 1985, when the lead character looks like he's on a hoverboard as he's going back in time, and one of those, I don't know, the background that he's in when he's going through time looks like somehow those old VHS openings. And he goes back too far back in time, and there's a raptor that shoots lasers out of his head. Someone needs to take this and make Blood Dragon with Michael Biehn. Because the makers of this movie, please do Blood Dragon with Michael Biehn. That video game, there's a video game called Blood Dragon that Michael Biehn did the voice of the lead character. The guys who made this, do Blood Dragon, get Michael Biehn in there. Please, please, the guys who made this. They even had a cool intro at the beginning, their logo, laser unicorns. I mean, even that sounds awesome. Radical, gnarly, every 80s thing in the book. And then he pretty much gets put back where he needs to be in Germany by Thor. Again, not Chris Hemsworth for Thor, this is a different one. Where he just goes to town on a bunch of them, just over the top violence and action. Just looks really cool. Kicking heads off. And it looks like it's all done in one take. Just the guy going back and forth. He even does a move that I swear is straight out of the Ninja Turtles video game, Turtles in Time. It was a move that I remember Raphael did. Or, not just Raphael, a lot of the Turtles did, where they took someone and then went like, bah, 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 bah. Only when the guy does it, body parts are flying everywhere. The guy who played Hitler, he was actually pretty funny. And just the fact that all these people, like a cop who has a Triceratops head, which looked really good, actually. You have a T-Rex, which fights this golden eagle that Hitler has. Hacker Man is turned into a robot made of old-school computers. How, again, like the hero dies and he's in an old-school 80s cartoon. Like, straight out of an 80s cartoon. The animation, the style, it's just unbelievable. Just everything about it. Even Hoff he's in the music video and he does a song, but he makes an appearance where the hero's driving a car. It's the Hoff 9000 and David Hasselhoff. A pretty fun cameo. And again, he has a great song at the end. It's just really inventive, creative. It shows what you can do with a low budget. It's a pure love letter to 80s films, but it's very over the top, insane, imaginative. I'm using the same words, but it's one of those things that any stuff I've left out, you should see in the movie. Like I said when I asked you 50 times to watch it first. But yeah, this is I cannot think of another fan film that comes close to topping this. I can't. Even the Casey Jones fan film, which I liked, was nothing compared to this. And I like the Casey Jones fan film, but you look at this, you go, fuck. Please, like, these guys, make a dozen movies like this. Make a Ninja Turtles fan film like this. You do, like, Turtles in Time video game as a fan movie. Make Blood Dragon, if that's what it was called, with Michael Biehn, that video game. Make that into a movie. Make a sequel to Kung Fury. I would gladly see a sequel. Just, hell, do whatever you want. It's just sad that these guys got less than $1 million, less than $1 million, and they made a 30-minute fan film that kissed the shit out of the films that come into theaters. I like this more than Furious 7. I saw Furious 7. I was bored. That was okay. This film kissed the shit out of it. And it didn't cost over $100 million. If you want to talk about over-the-top dumb fun, this has it and beats the fuck out of Furious 7. And again, I like Furious 7 okay. I just feel it's overrated. This, though, I give the highest praise. I mean, it's not only the best fan film I've ever seen. Again, I'm trying to think of other fan films. I can't think of any. I really cannot. This is the best fan film. I keep saying it's imaginative, it's creative, it's fun. It goes at a very fast pace. It doesn't stop. It throws everything in the book. And then some. Again, a fucking arcade machine comes alive, giving middle fingers and blowing people's heads up. A ninja, an evil ninja, cuts the hero's partner in half. Not this way, but this way. You have over-the-top gore. You have pretty good special effects for a fan film. It has a great retro feel at times. It has a great synthesizer music. It has a David Hasselhoff. Great song. The True Survivor. We need some action. Action. Great movie. Great fan film. I can't think of a single thing wrong with it. If someone doesn't like it, to each their own. I don't understand it. But this is fantastic. Best fan film I've ever seen. A lot of people recommended it to me, and they said, oh, you gotta check it out. And I'm like, yeah, I'm glad I checked it out. Actually, I watched it with my friend Mike, OCP Communications. We were chatting and said, hey, let's watch this together. And I know he loved it to death as well. So you'll probably see a video from him. Probably say the same thing I'm doing. But yeah, I love this. I think it's fantastic. So there's not much more I can say for that. Kung Fury is furiously fun. That would be the tagline if there was some random guy from Iowa on YouTube. Furiously fun. Be the review. Who's that? Rambo Rat for Life says it's furiously fun. Fast, furiously fun, and fucking insane. There you go. Fast, furiously fun, and fucking insane. Matt Roller, Rambo Rat for Life, YouTube. There you go. That's the YouTube. I mean, that's the review blurb. If there was a DVD case or a VHS copy or whatever, there would be. But anyway, check it out. Thanks for watching, take care, and I will return back to the Van Damme reviews for Black Eagle and Heart. Some of the shit I'm glad I watched this, because I'm going to be watching some really shitty Van Damme films, and there's a lot of Van Damme films I love. There's a lot of shit coming up, like Black Eagle, and Assassination Games, and Derailed. But this, 2 thumbs up, 3 thumbs up, 3 dicks up, all in the same. So thanks for watching, take care, and check out Kung Fury later.